Welcome to the middle of the African bush. And can you believe we can take you on a game drive in the middle of the African bush on Facebook? And we're looking at some African fish eagles. Oh, there's one. And we're next to a drying water hole. And it's literally a fish eagle convention as they devour the poor catfish that are stranded. It's unusual to normally see this many fish eagles together, but I've seen 1, 2, 5, about 6 or 7 of them around at the moment. And we're just waiting patiently. One tried to grab a catfish out of the mud, but it proved to be a bit heavy for it. So we're just going to wait here a little bit. And we're only going to be around for about 10 minutes. There we go. There's a hippo using the last little bit of moisture in that mud to protect himself from the African sun. And yes, of course, we are live in Africa. And I have the incredible cameraman VM on the back of the vehicle with me. And my name is Brent. And I'm going to be taking you on a little safari for the next while. Oh, there we go, VM. Another one. They're having a bit of an argument over seating arrangements. And so 2 have departed. One's a juvenile, one's an adult. So you can see the juvenile on the right doesn't quite have the full color scheme yet. Come on, guys, come grab a snack. But one of those fish eagles that was flying, I could see its crop was incredibly full. So it's probably been snacking on fish all day. Kat says she loves fish eagles. Now, we'll see if we can see what those fish eagles are after. I'm just going to move the car slightly. Okay. And you see there's a hippo. Oh no, them's gone back to the fish eagle. Sorry, that was my fault, not watching my monitor. Now we're positioning ourselves in case one of them decides to fly in. And there's some guinea fowl as well, another bird species. Okay, so we come back to the water hole. And you have a look there. You can see that poor hippo. And beyond that, what looks, there you can just see the movement. All those little things that look like pieces of mud are actually sharp-toothed catfish that are stranded because of the drought. Now, Stacy is wondering, is it normal to have this many fish eagles in a group? It is when you get a situation like that where there's this massive food source they can't escape. You quite often will find they congregate for short periods around an area like this. And it doesn't look like they're going to descend. They all look quite full. And they're quite keen to come back here tomorrow and have a look. And remember, we do this for 6 hours every day on the website, if you want to find it, WildSafariLive.com. So we're going to move on, see what else we can find from here. So bye-bye hippos, bye-bye fish eagles. Hi, Linda. Linda's wondering how far would that poor hippo have to go to find water? Well, finding water is not the problem, Linda. There's a big water hole about 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers here. But there's ladies there, and there's a big territorial bull there. Now, so finding the water is not the problem. It's finding water that doesn't have another big male hippo in it that's going to attack you if you come near his girlfriends. So you'll probably find it's very difficult to tell under all that mud. That hippo is either an old male who's lost his spot at the top and has been pushed out of a water hole by a new male, or it's going to be a young male who's not big and strong enough yet to challenge for that spot in the water with all the ladies. Now, in a drought like this, hippos are going to be one of the animals most affected because of their complete dependency, not only for drinking, but for actually living in water. So, if you don't believe me that we are live, you send a comment or a question. Well, Terry says it's going to be in Arathusa in 3 weeks. Well, Terry, there's Arathusa. We're driving past the entrance to the lodge at the moment. So Terry is coming on safari to Arathusa. There we go. There's the entrance to Arathusa Safari Lodge. So that's where Terry's going to be staying. And Terry, we look forward to seeing you too. So this is where I saw Salahesh for the first time. Now, Salahesh is a female leopard, and I heard impala alarming here, and it was the first time I saw that female leopard. And remember, if you want to see all the leopards and lions and elephants and buffaloes and impalas and inyalas of the African wilderness, remember we do this twice a day on the website WildSafariLive.com. I am looking for leopard at the moment, and I am hoping we find one soon. But it's not always about the lions and the leopards and the big and the hairies and the scaries. We take time to look at all sorts of wonderful creatures, from plants to insects, to snakes, to lizards, and even to the trees. And here's a wonderful tree. It is called a weeping wattle. Let's grab a little leaf here. There we go, the weeping wattle. Now, it's got a very funny nickname, which is the toilet paper tree. The leaves are really, really soft. Oh, so if you ever caught out in the bush, remember to look out for this one. But you got to be careful, because some of the acacias who have nasty hooked thorns have very similar leaflets to this. They also work very well as a fly swat while you drive through the bush. Keep the flies off you. Fortunately, we don't have too many flies today in this section, but so far no dice. But you never know what's going to happen, because we're live from the middle of the African bush. There could be a wild dog or a lion or a leopard jump out right in front of us at any time. Carol's wondering how much rain will be needed to fill that dam. A lot, Carol. Probably over 100 mils in a go. Okay. So we're going to keep searching for leopards, but on Wild Safari Live, James is sitting with lions. So if you are wanting to keep on this incredible live African safari, jump on board with James, who's sitting with lions, male lions, female lions, lion cubs, on WildSafariLive.com. VM and I are going to continue our search for the spotted cats, and hopefully in a little while we'll find one, and then we can have lions and leopards. It's a beautiful winter's evening, and let's send you back to James, or jump on board with James with the lions. I'll see you tomorrow.